Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And this is video we will present about
The result about our interview.
so let's start. And on this occasion, we will present the result of our interview with one of teacher at Be Brave Private English Tutoring, Mr. Leonard Laurope. We concluded this interview to identify the general objective, a specific objective, and methods of material preparation at the institution. And this institution is English private course called Be Brave, but not yet officially registered. Reasons for selecting this course was chosen because it fits the text assigned by our lecturer to interview an English learning institution, community, or private course.
Next, interview method. The type of interview we conduct was semi-structured with 13 questions covering the three main aspects. First, general purpose of the private course. Second, specific purpose for students. Three, how to organize their materials. And the interview were conducted at Cafe de Toro for approximately 1 hour, and we recommend them through photos, videos, and audio recording. Next, the general objective of private lessons based on the interview results. There are 3 questions and main objectives of Let's Be Brave. The question is, first, can you tell us first what is the main purpose you set for this English private course overall? For example, what do you want to achieve for the students in the long term, both in terms of language ability and their self-confidence? Answer: first, to help students become more confident in communicating in English and to boost their self-confidence. Second, how is their goal reflected in the daily learning routine in your course? What activities show that? Answer: second, to build a strong foundation in language skill such as vocabulary, grammar, and daily conversation. Third, what is your hope for the student development after they join this course? For example, what change do you expect in the next 3 to 6 months? Answer: third, to prepare students to be able to use English in school, activities, and daily life. For example, when acting as an MC or giving a presentation.
Specific objectives for students each meeting are also arranged in stages. The question asks 1. For each student, what small or specific target do you usually set? Can you give an example such as able to master 20 verbs in a week, or able to talk about their hobby for 5 minutes without stopping, as weekly or monthly targets? And the answer says students are guided to gradually master basic vocabulary starting from A to Z and be able to use in this simple sentence. And question 2, how do you access whether students have achieved the target, the room exercise, report card, score, or even their attitude change during learning, or a combination of all? And the question, students are given speaking assignment through videos such as describing objects or daily activities using English. And 3, are the targets different between beginner students and those who are more advanced? If yes, how does? this difference support the main goal of your course, and what is the reason? And the answer: learning targets are adjusted to the student's ability levels. Beginner focus on the basic, while more advanced students are directed towards translation and more complex conversation.
Next, how to organize the materials? The question is, first, when preparing English learning materials, how do you determine the orders? Do you always start from basic like vocabulary and grammar? Or are you more flexible depending on students' needs? For example, prioritizing speaking for those who want daily communications? And the answer is, be brave, use a flexible and modular approach. For primary school students, the materials start with vocabulary related to daily life. And second question, why do you choose such an approach? For example, to avoid students difficulties in understanding, grammar structure, to speed up speaking ability, or other specific reasons related to English learning? And the answers? Meanwhile, for higher levels private students, the focus is on speaking according to the parents' request or the study needs. And the third question is, how does this material sequence directly contribute to students' learning goals? What is the most noticeable effect, such as increased fluency or better text comprehensions? And the answer: the teaching method uses vocabulary cards and games to keep students engaged and active. And for questions, have you ever changed the way of arranging or sequencing materials due to students' feedback or because of modern developments like language apps or digital communication trends? Can you tell an example and what you learned from it? And the question is, in addition, the research persons also conduct a needs analysis adjusting the material based on students' development and digital learning trends.
So next move to the additional question. Experience and challenge in practice lesson are held twice a week. The question 1. How do you apply the general and specific goals into the lessons schedule for each meeting? For example, is there a certain pattern to be followed? And this answer says the first session is used for interview, and the second session is used to introduce a new material. And question 2. What challenge do you often face when adjusting material to student abilities, and how do you usually overcome them? And the answer: the main challenge is not in preparing the material, but in the functions in the student enthusiasm for learning. Sometimes they are a very enthusiastic, sometimes they are not. And question 3. Based on your experience, what advice would you give to other English private tutors to make their method and material more effective? For example, practical tips that can be applied directly. And the answer: to overcome this, the resource person emphasis are related and an enjoyable approach so that students do not feel pressured. Thank you.
Next, in the interview result, let's provide be brave. Use a semi-linear patterns, which is a combination of structure and flexible sequence. This means that basic material such as vocabulary and grammar is still taught sequentially but can be adjusted to the needs of the students or the request of parents. For example, if students need to focus on speaking or a specific test, the material can be directed towards that without having to follow a fixed sequence. This approach helps make learning more focused but still flexible and relevant to each student.
Iya, jadi kayak sayang kalau misalnya mereka sering putus belum bisa daily conversation ya. Sebenarnya apa ya, kalau dibilang dipaksakan juga tidak.
From this interview, it can be concluded that private tutoring prioritizes a learner-centered approach with a flexible, enjoyable, and non-stressful learning environment. This approach has proven to help students build a foundation in English language skills while boosting their confidence in using the language.
So, that's all from us.
Thank you for your attention and watching our video.
And goodbye!
Bye!